Gary Payton and the Seattle Supersonics.
Jay Peter with the Seattle Mariners.
Jermaine Kearse.
Cliff Averill.
Nate Burleson. You're watching NorbCam.
NorbCam.
You're watching NorbCam.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is NorbCam coming at you, and we are doing this live. Ask Norb. Your chance to call in with questions, whatever you want to talk about. I'm ready to talk about some Seahawks football. So you got the number right here. It's 515-739-1219. This time, after you type in the number, you type in the code, they'll put you in the conference. This is much more high-tech than the last time when I was trying to fumble around with my caller ID or call waiting. So hopefully this will go a little bit smoothly, a little more smoothly. So I'll be trying to keep up with the chat here as well. But man, I'm just thrilled today for a number of reasons. First of all, that huge win that the Seahawks got yesterday over the Texans in an unexpected shootout. You got to check out my reaction video if you haven't seen it already on my channel. One of the most epic games I've ever watched. Up there with the NFC Championship games, even the Super Bowls. I mean, I know this didn't have the playoff magnitude, but the fact that this thing was just back and forth, fireworks was just crazy. So, anyway, that was just a heck of a game. We can talk about that. But the breaking news today that Seahawks got themselves a Pro Bowl, an all-pro left tackle on the offensive line. Finally, the team we just beat yesterday, and I see the calls starting to come in. I'll get to you guys in a second. The teams we just got to, man, just, you know, having beaten the Texans yesterday, and then the next day being that here we are from the same team. Having that we have a left tackle. We had to give away Jeremy Lane, was traded away, which we kind of saw the writing on the wall. And then I believe it's a 5th rounder next year, and then a 2nd rounder the following year. So we definitely had to give something up. But hey, these windows are only so long, so you got to kind of take advantage while you got it. So you know, that's kind of the price of doing business. But obviously, the Seahawks are serious about making a run this year. So I'm very excited about it. Okay, we're about to take to the lines here. I see we got about 3 callers on the line standing by. So just hang on, guys, because I will get to you in the order it was received. And I'll just do my best to do it here. But I want to thank you guys who are on the chat right now, like Insanity Mikes, Josh Bryan, Garcia, 14 Garcia, Ryan Laffey, Hey Gaming, Donovan Gaming, Bosco Gamer, Justin Bauer, what's up, Hawks Fan 89. Can't get to all you. I could spend the whole time just reading names all day long. So let's try to get to some content here. And I'll try to answer some of your questions on the chat. But do try calling, because this is the first time I'm using this sophisticated call system, and I hope, pray to God, this thing works correctly. So we're going to go to the first caller here. From the 646. I'm going to put you on. Let's see if this thing works. Cross your fingers. What's up from area code 646? How's it going? You're on with NorbCam.
NorbCam, this is Gangrene David coming at you. How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, good to hear from you, man. I see you on there. So far, working well. So, hey, man, I was rooting so hard for your Jets to get it done this weekend. You guys were so close, man. So close again, and you lose another heartbreaker. What's up?
Listen, I mean, it was terrible weather. The Falcons, once again, if you watch Sleeta's video, David's video,
I watched your guys' collab talking pregame about the game.
Yeah, he was bringing up a lot of inconsistent play calling. I think the Falcons didn't really demonstrate that too much. I think that really came out during the second half. Well, actually, no, that is the opposite. I think the Jets even had some inconsistent play calling too. I think the weather was really a factor, but you know, that muffed punt by Jeremy Curley in the 4th quarter really just stunk. I kind of just wish the ball went back because, you know, I think the weather also impacted the punting game because the wind picked up in the second half. So,
yeah,
but it was a heartbreaker. It was. I mean, we saw lots of sparks. We saw a spark from the young emerging Robbie Anderson. Had his first 100-yard game in his career. Had a nice touchdown grab. But, you know, Falcons, they managed to make some plays, and, you know, they took advantage of our mistakes, although they made mistakes as well. But congratulations to the Falcons on the win. Congratulations to David Slita and good game. You guys won fair and square, and I'm looking forward to playing you guys again soon.
Yep, I know. You can't really blame the weather. You guys were both playing in it. You know, it goes both ways. But, you know.
I wasn't at the game. I would have been in that monsoon.
I know. I thought you would be, but I guess you avoided that one. But, yeah, sorry, man. I was hoping that you could knock them down a peg because we need every advantage we can as this playoff race in the NFC is tight as heck. So we're going to have to take them on ourselves. So it's going to get interesting down the line here. So. Anyway, yeah, thanks for calling, man, and yeah, I'll be watching your stuff, man, rooting for you, still rooting for you. But you've had some tough breaks.
I mean, listen, that Hawks game of yours.
Did you see it?
Oh my Lord, I was watching the second half.
Oh man, it was crazy.
By far one of the most amazing I've ever seen.
It was. Oh man, you should watch my reaction video. It's up there.
I saw it. It was an instant classic. I mean, the thing about your Seattle Seahawks is that your offense knows how to strike in dangerous situations. I mean, disregarding the Super Bowl, of course, where you guys couldn't finish, but you guys finished in this game, and, you know, all your players had a big impact. Paul Richardson, impact. Jimmy Graham, Tyler Lockett, Doug Baldwin. Everyone played hard, and it was just amazing to watch, especially on that final drive where Russell Wilson, he was just escaping pressure, using his mobility to his advantage, whether it's throwing on the run or even running with the ball. I mean, it was amazing to watch. And as I was watching, I was like, why can't the Jets do this? Because we can't execute 2-minute drives for nothing. And when we do, we're well deep in our own territory. So.
Well, it's kind of funny because we actually I think play better when we run the 2-minute offense better than our regular offense, and we're always asking why don't they just run 2-minute all the time because we score so quick. So it's almost the reverse of what you're talking about, but they only run it in the most desperate situations. But they got it done this time. It was unbelievable how quickly they scored, and man, we just went crazy. So yeah, we were lucky though.
Yeah, Russell Wilson and Paul Richardson, I think, had career games. Russell Wilson threw for almost 500 yards.
There was almost 1,000 yards of offense in that game. I mean, it was historic on both sides. And that Deshaun Watson, he's the real deal, man. He's going to be a threat in years to come, man. He's the real thing. So hats off to the Texans, man. They played a hell of a game, and that guy is pretty special to watch. I respect and admire what he could do out there. So. Pretty cool, man. Hey, dude, I'm going to get to some other callers. They've been on the line here, so I'm going to try talking with some other folks here. But good luck the rest of the way, man. I'll be watching your stuff and wishing you luck.
Thank you, man. For those of you who don't know my information, you can check out my YouTube channel. My name is Gang Green David. I will comment that in the comments on the live chat. I do reaction videos just like NorbCam, live from MetLife Stadium. I also do jet game analysis, and this man inspired me to do all this YouTube channel propaganda, and I really enjoy it, and I hope that it continues to grow, and I love it. So subscribe to me at Gangrene David. I talk Jets. I respond to everybody. I do reaction videos just like Norb does, and I love it. It's amazing. And I will be at the game on Thursday night against the Bills, and I think we're going to win. Go Jets.
All right, good luck, man. Big game coming up for sure. Divisionals, yeah, you're in the division. Got to get those. So good luck, man. It's good talking to you. Gangrene David, go check it out. Yeah. All right, next caller here. Let me talk to you later, man. Let's talk to from the 808. I believe that's sunny California. You're on with NorbCam. How's it going?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Maui, Hawaii.
Okay, I don't know if I caught that name. What was the name again?
In Hawaii.
You're 808. Sorry, that's Hawaii. Right, of course. And your name again?
Jackson.
Jackson from Hawaii. All right, what's on your mind, Jackson?
I was noticing that our team kind of started kind of fast this week. Like, usually we're a second-half team. Do you think they'll continue with this, or will other games be like how they usually are? They start off pretty late.
Well, the way I looked at this game was, there was good and there was bad. I mean, the positive was to see that despite the fact we had no running game, that we can put some points on and take on a team in a shootout was very inspiring. Russell Wilson proving again why he should be considered an MVP and an elite quarterback. But I don't know if you've heard the breaking news, but we just acquired Dwayne Brown from the Texans, all-pro left tackle. He is now a Seahawks starting as of now. So he's going to be with us the rest of the way. And that is going to be interesting to see how that changes things. I mean, we've been struggling left tackle since the beginning, and maybe this is the spark our line needs to get one solid anchor in there to kind of make things go. So who knows? Maybe this will open things up for the run game, but we needed something like this. So this was huge news for us. So all Seahawks fans should be extremely excited today. I am. I'm totally thrilled. This could be a huge run as we start.
I didn't even know that we picked up him, but damn, yeah, that'll for sure help our running game because he's a left tackle and our Odiambo's not that great.
Yeah, well, he wasn't even supposed to be there, because George Fant was supposed to be our starting left tackle. He got injured early on, and so, he was more of a backup thrown in there. And so this is really kind of what we needed. But yeah, no, this news just came down in the last hour or so it's pretty huge signing. On top of the win yesterday, throw this on top of it, man, couldn't be a better Monday.
Oh yeah, that win yesterday was a sick win.
Instant classic.
MVP.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was I was so happy I got to be a part of that. It was definitely in the top 10, maybe even top 5 games I've ever been to. Epic. All right, man. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it, Jackson.
Was it louder than when you guys won the game? Was it louder when Beast Mode ran the run? Or was it louder?
Man, it was up there when Jimmy Graham scored that touchdown. It was. I'm curious to see if they had seismic activity because it was about as loud as I've recalled a score in that stadium. I could feel it vibrating, so it was definitely up there. Like I said, top 5 moments in CenturyLink Field. So yeah, it was great.
All right.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it, Jackson.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go next to, let's see, who's been waiting on a long time here. I don't see an area code, but they've been on for a while, so let's just see who we got here. Hey, you're on with NorbCam. Who am I talking to? Anybody there?
Commercials now.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
This is Noah.
Noah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Detroit, Michigan.
All right, Noah from Detroit, Michigan. What's on your mind, Noah?
We met at the Titans game.
Oh, you were at the Titans game. Oh, sweet, man. All right. That's cool.
We met after the game.
Yeah, okay. All right. That was good to see you over there, man. So what's on your mind today?
How do you feel about that Dwayne Brown trade?
Oh, man, it's awesome. Are you kidding me? I mean, we've been talking all year how we don't have an offensive line. We need an offensive lineman. We need to get somebody good in here, and there's nobody available. And all of a sudden, there was rumors of it yesterday talking about trading Jimmy Graham for this guy, and it didn't happen. But obviously, they were interested in this guy, and today they made it happen. They gave him Jeremy Lane and a couple of draft picks next year, 5th round, and then 2nd round the following year. I'm okay with that because, man, you got to take advantage while the window's there. And, I love it. I don't know that much about the guy. I've seen it. I just kind of looked him up and seen what his his accolades, and he's a real thing. So, and we haven't had a guy like this in I don't know how long. So I'm super excited. What about you?
I feel good. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. I feel like this would help our run game a ton.
I think so, man. I mean, watching how our left tackle was just getting schooled all day yesterday. We need this kind of thing. I mean, that's going to help in the run game, I would like to think. Pass protection, that's the most important, besides the center, the most important lineman on your line. And now we got an all-pro, Pro Bowler in there. So couldn't have been better. Couldn't have been better news today for the Seahawk Nation.
Yeah. You hear about the Jimmy Garoppolo trade too?
No. What's up with that?
The Patriots traded Jimmy Garoppolo to the 49ers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just saw that.
What did they give up for him? Or what are they getting in return, I should say?
Maybe.
What's that?
I'll check right now.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. I don't want to take you too long in there. I want to get to some other calls as well. But yeah, no, it's I'm not too worried about the 49ers right now. It's going to be a while before they're back to go into things. But yeah, no, good news on the Seahawk front. All right, man, thanks for calling. It's good to hear from you.
Yep, you too.
All right, take care. Go Hawks.
Yep.
All right, let's see who else we got here. Let's talk to someone local from the 206. All right, this is NorbCam. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Norb.
What's up?
This is Antonio.
Antonio, from where?
Seattle. I'm in Mount Baker.
All right. What's on your mind, Antonio?
I was just wondering, do you think we'll re-sign Jimmy Graham?
Boy, that is the $1 million question, or maybe I should say the $10 million question. I think Seattle wants him here. I mean, they want to make it work, but now I think what's going to come down to is that now that we're obviously not trading him, so now we're not going to get something in exchange for him. So now the question is going to be when his contract's up, what's Jimmy Graham going to want, and what's Seattle going to be willing to pay? I just don't know if. He may want $10 million a year, and Seattle may decide, maybe we're willing to pay 6 or 7, but we're not going to pay $10 million for you because it's just not what we can afford to pay and use someone like you. And I think it's going to come down to negotiation, how bad Jimmy Graham wants to stay here. And who knows? I think a lot of it has to do with how we do. I mean, imagine we go to the playoffs, get home field advantage, win a Super Bowl maybe. Maybe at that point, Jimmy Graham would be like, maybe I'll take a small pay cut to stick around, So, I don't know. If I were a betting man, I'm right now feeling very optimistic because everything's been going on. I'm going to say, yeah, Jimmy Graham will be back next year and he'll make it work. So, I just think with that lineman addition, it's just, Dwayne Brown, I just feel like a lot of things are going to boost here. It's just what we needed, and especially in the stretch run coming down the second half of the season. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm interested to see, what he decides because, he's pretty expensive, but I'm just interested to see if he'll take, a lower salary or will he want more money. I'm just interested to see. I think he will stay. I just think we will re-sign him because he has improved and he's getting better, but, I'm not sure. So.
Yeah, well, and I think it just comes down to how much does he like playing here? And how much is that worth trying to just make as much money as possible? He could probably get a lot of money playing for the Cleveland Browns, but do they want to play there? I just think, if they really have a good rapport here and he's feeling it and the Seahawks are feeling him here, then, I think they would try to make it work. But, in the end, everyone's got to get paid and it's a business and all that. So we'll see. I think how the season goes will have a big part of that. So, yeah. Well, thanks for calling, man.
Yeah, thanks. I'm a big fan of your videos.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling and keep watching.
All right.
Go Hawks, man.
All right.
All right. All right. Let's go to the 208's been patiently waiting, so let's talk to somebody from the 208 area code. Yo, what's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this?
This is Cody from Florida.
Did you say Cody?
Yes.
Cody from Florida. What's on your mind, bro?
I want to talk about the offensive line play against the Redskins this week.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Redskins pass rush is really underrated for how good it's been the past couple games.
Yeah. I think they've been, a little bit not clicking. They have a pretty good, like you said, good D-line. Their biggest problem and probably our biggest advantage is the timing that we've got them now because their offensive line is in some pretty banged up shape with some injuries. And with our offensive line getting this boost now, both from the fact that we had this awesome passing game chemistry going on and this addition of, Dwayne Brown coming in here. I just think all that is just a good recipe that our offense can once again handle whatever the Redskins send to us. So I'm a little less concerned about that pass rush now with the news we had today. And I feel like our pass protection has actually been improving. I thought Russell had good time yesterday. And actually, if any sacks we had, some of those were his fault and not feeling like, we were, it was a constant, failure by the offensive line to protect. If anything, the issue is just the running game. Obviously, that's just not been working, but their pass protection is actually not too bad. So I'm feeling pretty good about going into this game with the Redskins with the most recent developments.
I just feel like Ryan Kerrigan. I think I just read something a couple of days ago that the Redskins are number 2 in pressure rate on third down. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't get caught off guard. And Dwayne Brown, I just actually read a stat 133 games.
That's crazy. I mean, we get like 7 holding calls on Ifedi in like 2 games. So this is kind of like almost Walter Jones-ish type stuff. Walter Jones, I think, got like less than 10 holding calls his entire career. This guy's got 7 in, what'd you say, 133 games?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, we've had nothing of the like of that sort of level of, you know, performance by a lineman, and all of a sudden that being thrown into a mix. I mean, that's just got to, I just get so excited just thinking about that. I'm so hungry for this game this Sunday now. But yeah, no, it's, how can you not be excited, man? It's, like I said, I think everything is coming together with the exception of that. I mean, special teams is off the hook. You know, John Ryan's doing great. Blair Walsh is doing great. Defense, yeah, we gave up a lot of yards this past game, but, you know, that Deshaun Watson is something else. And I think, you know, if we were to play him again and get some tape now on him, I think Seattle will have a better job, you know, if they were to kind of see now what they threw at us. But we've seen the Redskins before. We've seen Kirk Cousins before, and I feel like there won't be any surprises there. He's more of a drop back guy, you know. Deshaun Watson is just a very unique type of individual who gives us any team certain fits issues. So, you know, I like the matchup. I like the matchup a lot this week. I think we're going to be, you know, I'm going to get too overconfident. I just like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that Texans play calling with like the triple fakes every play was crazy. Very
creative. I like it. I think it keeps the defense off balance. But I think if you start to kind of see how they work things, it's very possible they can kind of, you know, you start to see through the smoke and mirrors and kind of get a read on how they run things. But I thought their offense was very creative, and they use Watson very effectively. And, you know, he's like Wilson, you know, he'll beat you with your feet and he'll beat you with his arm, and very poised and, you know, doesn't give in pressure. So, you know, but luckily we bested him yesterday. So it was awesome weekend all around.
He's a little bit bigger, Russell Wilson, in terms of how his mentality is. They're never out of the game.
Yeah, I kind of see him as a hybrid of, like, he's got the traits and the mindset of Russell Wilson with a little bit of Michael Vick thrown in there. You know, that's kind of how I see what Deshaun, you know, Watson kind of is made of. You know, because he's a little bit bigger, a little quicker.
Wilson, the body of Vick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a pretty dangerous combination. I think I may be saying it too early, too bold right now, but I want to say that once Brady steps down and the Patriots are no longer the king of the hill, then we might be looking at the next new, you know, top quarterback in the AFC. I'm just saying.
You're just gonna do it, Brady.
We'll see. Gotta get
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, I just heard about that. Well, 49ers, yeah, maybe they'll finally get off the schneid. That's again, so many teams need a quarterback, and the Texans are one of them. And once they found it, all of a sudden, bang! Look, now they're starting to do some amazing things. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Garoppolo can turn things around in 49ers, but luckily it won't be till at least next year. So, well, thanks for calling, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, go Hawks. All right, let's go to 641. Been waiting patiently from the 641 area code. What's up? What's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this?
Zach Gillum.
Say it again.
Zach Gillum from Crescent, Iowa.
From Iowa. Did you say your name's Pat? Zach from Iowa. Did you call last time?
No.
No? Okay, I thought I remember Zach from Iowa. Anyway, Zach, what's on your mind, buddy?
I'm still thinking about, like, a run game, like a pass protection, all that.
Yeah, what about it? What about our run game and pass protection?
Do you think we're going to put a run game to good on the Redskins feet?
Oh, yeah. I just kind of got done talking about that at quite an extent. Again, with the news that we got Dwayne Brown coming, a Pro Bowler from the Texans, now coming to Seattle as our left tackle, I think it's only going to get better, both the run game and pass protection. We don't even know what that's like, you know, to have Russell with possibly all this extra time and some holes opening up. I think it's going to be a huge thing. I think it's going to make suddenly our running backs are going to look like totally different guys. And Russell Wilson, I think, is going to be able to hit more deep throws, if you can imagine him hitting more than he did yesterday. But yeah, I think this changes a lot. It's something we've needed badly. And maybe we'll find out our running backs aren't the issue, and then maybe one player on the line can make that much difference to the rest of the guys on the line. So I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that things are going to really improve here as things get down the line. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to improve, and the Redskins is a good team to go against with this new look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you a big Hawks fan? How old are you? You sound pretty young there by your voice.
12 years old. I'm a really big Seahawks fan.
Yeah, in Iowa. What grade are you in?
7th.
7th? All right. That's cool. I got a daughter in 7th grade myself, so that's pretty awesome. How did you become a Seahawks fan all the way in Iowa?
My grandpa, when I was like a baby, he used to watch a lot of Seahawks.
Yeah. Okay, but
it got passed down back to me.
I see, but you were born and raised in Iowa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Seahawks fan in Iowa is something you don't normally hear about, but that's awesome. I'm glad you're a Seahawks fan and you've been watching my videos for a while?
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, well, thanks for calling. Next time I have this on, feel free to call back again, all right?
Okay.
All right, take it easy. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
All right, let's talk to someone from the 313. Oh, sorry, no, this is, oh, my bad. I actually got the 360 here. What's happening? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Tanner. I'm from Vancouver, Washington. I'm a YouTuber named TGTV Tank Mode. I actually have subscribed to you.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. What's that, your channel again?
TGTV Tank Mode.
TGTV?
Yes.
TGTV Tank Mode on YouTube. All right, what's on your mind, man?
I want to know personally from you, now that Jeremy Lane is no longer a Seahawk, how do you feel about it?
You mean, are you talking about just the way they handled Jeremy Lane?
Yeah, now that he's with the Texans.
Well, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword because, you know, you never like to feel like you lose your, you know, as a player to lose your position to injury. You know, they always talk about that you shouldn't lose your spot to injury. At the same time, the Seahawks mentality is, you know, it's always next man up and always compete and all that. So they're not shy about saying, you know, nobody's job is secure, that even the most set positions, the guys who are making more money than somebody else, they're not just going to get the job just because they're getting paid more or they've been here longer. You know, they make that very clear. And so in the end, this is a zero-sum game and you've got to perform. And, you know, Shaq Griffin has performed. That guy's been really solid and he, you know, fast, young guy, and he's learning like trial by fire. And so Jeremy Lane, you know, to be honest, you know, he was, after he got injured in the Super Bowl 49, since he's come back, he's been a bit of a disappointment, you know. I mean, I was rooting for him to come back, and it hasn't worked out as good as a lot of us fans of his had been, and, you know, for whatever reason. And then you got to weigh the financial side of things, and, you know, he had to sign a pretty, you know, nice extension there. So at some point, you have to kind of, you know, where the rubber meets the road. If things aren't really adding up, you know, sometimes you got to make some moves that aren't going to be really, you know, the nicest ones. But it is a business, and, you know, at this point, because of how things, you know, had to play out, I don't feel too bad. I feel bad for him in that sense because, you know, you always hate to see a Seahawk leave, but when things have to kind of get measured out, and when you're in the middle of a playoff, you know, race, you got to do what you got to do to get this team to, you know, to get there. So that's kind of my thought on it.
All right. Well, I gotta go, man.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. I appreciate it, man.
Go Hawks.
Yeah, go Hawks.
Can you do one more request? Can you take a shout out to a friend of mine named NFL Weekly?
NFL Weekly? Shout out to NFL Weekly. You got it.
Yeah, and thank you very much.
All right. All right. Go Hawks, man.
All right.
All right.
Go Hawks. It's your boy.
All right, so 313 has really been waiting a long time. This time I will put you on. From the 313, you're on with NorbCam. What's up?
What's up?
Hey, thanks for waiting so long. What's on your mind, man?
Hey, man, I'm calling from Detroit. This is Gad.
What's the name?
Gad. That's G-A-D.
Oh, Gad from Detroit. All right. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just wanted to know,
Okay, you waited that long. I lost you there. I didn't really understand what you said. Okay. All right, let's take to someone from the 509. What's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this?
You there?
Yeah. What's up?
Norb, is that, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you. This is Norb. Yes, it is.
Hey, buddy, it's Anthony D from Yakima. How you doing, buddy?
Anthony, what's up, man?
Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for a while. Hey, my mom, she says hi to you, buddy.
Oh, say hi to your mom too. How you guys?
Mom, she says hi to you. Right on. She says right on, buddy.
What's going on, man? Everything going all right over there?
Yeah, everything's doing all right, buddy.
Good. You watched that game? You watched that game yesterday?
Hey, I forgot what I was gonna say. To the other fans of NorbCam, this is Anthony D coming at you. Some of you have not heard about me. You've probably seen me and my twin brother Quentin D. Last month we had a house fire, but we're doing great. We got a new house. Yeah, everything's same old, same old.
Good, yeah. Anthony's family had a bad house fire over their house in Central Washington over there, and they lost a lot of their stuff. But I'm glad to hear things worked out with you getting a new place and everything. So really relieved about that.
For everybody that heard about it, thank you so much for all the support. Thanks for the thoughts and prayers and all that stuff. And the prayers, that is what we're hoping the most, because I'm a huge devoted Christian. God is great, man, and I'm glad that he was there with us that day.
Yeah, and just so happy nothing happened to any of you guys. So, that's always the most important thing, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, a few days ago, just found out that my sister, Maggie, lost two of her cats.
Oh. In the fight?
No, the names are Pixie and Skittles. My grandfather found them in the rubble before it was going to get demolished. Fortunately, they're in heaven.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. So, hey, let's talk about the game yesterday. Me, Quentin, my twin brother, he's right here with me, and along with my dad. It felt like the Super Bowl all of a sudden right there.
It did. I mean, it felt... The fact that it was just a regular season game didn't take away from the fact that the game had so much energy, so much excitement, and such a finale that it felt like a playoff NFC championship type of game. So, no, it was one of the best games I've ever been to. Definitely in the top 10, possibly top 5 games I've ever been to at CenturyLink. So, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great. I know.
I've been to a Seahawks game. I absolutely need to go to one. And hey, if possible, Sunday on one of our other home games, if possible, I don't know if it's possible or not, you should try to pick me and Quentin up Sunday. I don't know when exactly. And take us to our very first game someday. Maybe next year. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. If I'm able to get some tickets, maybe I can get the Seahawks to toss me some tickets there, and I can bring some fans like yourselves to a game. That would be awesome. We did that once a couple of years ago, actually. It's like a little contest thing. So maybe we can do that again. That would be pretty cool. So.
Hey, the thing when you asked me for my address, are you still working on that, or is it going to take a little longer than you thought?
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. I'm still waiting for some information, so I need to follow up and see what's going on. But yeah, it's a little bit out of my hands, but I will follow up. I'm still working on it, but I'm just waiting for some answers. So yeah, man, I'll let you know.
Take your time, man. Take your time. I know it's been a while, but you're a very busy guy. I know you're a filmmaker.
Yeah, I know it is busy with my kids and everything. It's constantly busy, but you know how it is.
And hey, to everybody that's listening to, you can look me up on YouTube under the name Anthony D. I'm a self-training film actor, singer, songwriter, and same old, I'm actually writing a music album for suicide prevention, and I'm writing another Christian song to also add suicide prevention. To everybody that's listening, if you or someone you know is having really hard times and thinking about, suicide, just know that there's somebody that really, really cares about you. As myself, I really love and care and a God-fearing dude. Like I like to call myself that because I'm a God-fearing dude. just know that you are loved, and most importantly, in my offense, Jesus loves you no matter what, and nothing's gonna get in his way because he's awesome.
All right, man. Well, good luck with writing your album and everything. And yeah, good message out there, definitely, for anybody who's in the dumps and thinking about that. Your life is too important. Don't do it, all right? All right, Anthony, I got to take some other calls, man. It's good talking to you.
You too, buddy.
All right.
I'll talk to you anytime very soon, okay?
All right, take it easy, man. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks and God bless.
All right. Okay, let's get the next caller in here. Let's go someone who's been on the line for a while from the 253. What's up? This is NorbCam. Who am I talking to? Sorry, what was that? Didn't quite make that out. Say your name again?
What's going on, man? This is Jake.
Yeah, okay, what's up? What's on your mind?
Man, I don't know about the defense now, man. I've been a Hawks fan from all my life. I'm 23. Been watching their defense kind of dramatically kind of decline, and I'm kind of worried about it, and just kind of want to see what you think about it.
Well, it's natural to kind of worry, especially after watching a game like that, but I'm going to just tell you, man, you got to just relax, and I think our defense will be fine. They've actually been performing quite well. I know we felt like it's been a lot of big plays, but they were actually, I think, number 3 prior to this game. They were like number 3 in the league in explosive plays, meaning the least given up. And it doesn't feel like it because we see more than we usually do, but they actually had been pretty solid. Scoring was really down until yesterday. So I think yesterday was a bit of an anomaly. I think, not having played this guy before, and him being really an exceptionally unique individual, I just think it was just one of those kind of bumps in the road, unusual types of games that I'm going to almost guarantee they are not going to give up plays like they did last week. There's no way the Redskins, I put myself in a bind here, but no way the Redskins put up anywhere close to 38 points on us on Sunday. I think it's going to be more like our normal type of home game defense next week. I just think it was just a little bit of an anomaly, and I don't think it's going to be one of those that this is a pattern. I think this is more of just kind of an unusual deal that normally won't happen like this. So that's my feeling. I don't think there's anything wrong with our defense. It was just a bad combination of the wrong guy at the right time, and luckily we got the win. So, and yeah, we still played pretty well in terms of we gave up chunks of yards, but we also got a bunch of turnovers, and that's what you're going to get when you got a guy who's not afraid to sling the ball every which way. He's going to get big plays, and he's also going to give up some turnovers. And in the end, that's kind of what did him in and saved us from losing that game. So, it kind of goes both ways. So I think we'll be all right, man.
The main reason I said that because I guess that was the first time a rookie's thrown 4 touchdowns and went 400 yards, especially in our building. Our building's the loudest building in the country, and they were saying that's the first time ever done by a rookie in history. So it's just kind of like, you kind of look at it, you're like, is he that good, or is it just something going wrong with the defense?
I think he's that good. I think he's going to be something special. And like I said to an earlier caller, I think when Tom Brady steps down and this guy, starts to get some experience like Russell Wilson, I think he's going to be one of those guys who's going to be near the top of his, in the quarterback rankings in the AFC, and for years to come.
That's what Sherman said too. He said he's going to be a top 5 quarterback.
I think so, man. I mean, watched a lot of football, and I was seeing this guy do stuff that I just haven't seen from a rookie. He just didn't seem fazed by anything and just seemed to have a calmness. It's like watching Russell Wilson and Michael Vick sort of combined together, and he had the poise of Russell and the ability to throw like Russell, but he could run like Vick. And this guy can run. He's bigger and he can run. He looks faster than Russell. Nothing against Russell. I love Russell to death, but this guy just is built even bigger physically, kind of like Kaepernick, back when they were dueling it out in the, several years ago. But yeah, he's good. I just think he's a great quarterback, and they took advantage. And, being he's a rookie, we don't have tape on him. It's like facing a pitcher you haven't seen before, and you're seeing all his pitches for the first time. I think they get some tape on him, and luckily we're not going to play the Texans very often, so we don't fortunately have to worry about that. But like any team, they start out doing some things that catch you off guard. After a while, the league catches up to you. They start to figure you out. And then it becomes how good. He may be good in year one, but then can you make it through year two, year three, when they figure out, okay, if we just do this, he's not as good. You know, kind of like the read option with Kaepernick and Russell. We tore it up, both teams, with that. And now you hardly ever see that run by these guys because teams have learned to shut it down. So that's kind of how it is. The league catches up, they learn to get tape on you, and then you have to adjust to the adjustments. And so we'll see how good he'll be after that. But, you know, he's still only played a few games, so it's early. But I'm just saying, I think raw goods-wise, this guy's pretty legit.
Sweet. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the videos and appreciate you answering all these calls and whatnot. And go Hawks.
Yeah, go Hawks. My pleasure, man. All right, let's take a few more here. We got someone waiting very patiently from the 425. What's up? You're on with NorbCam. Who's this?
This is Roy.
Hey, Roy, what's up?
I have a simple question. I'm a big fan. You know, when I was a kid, and my dad would take me to a Seahawks game at the Kingdome, if I was lucky, I'd get a bag of caramel corn.
Yeah.
I always remembered that at the Kingdome, getting caramel corn.
Yeah.
But it made me think about asking you, when you're at a game and you get thirsty or hungry, what does NorbCam like to eat or drink?
Good question. Usually I always get a... now, see, I'm kind of a cheap sucker, so I don't like to buy a lot of stuff over there. So I usually get a hot dog, a big old brat from the stands outside. And it's kind of our tradition. We get one outside there before we go in. We do our kind of like hot dog toast, and then we go in there. That's what me and my dad always do, and my buddy Pat. So we usually do that before we go in and sneak in a bunch of treats and stuff. But you always got to get a drink in there. And what's pretty cool is if you go in there and you sign this designated driver thing, you get a free soft drink on the house, which saves you a lot of bucks. So all the tricks of the trade, that's a life hack for you. If you go to the game, go sign the thing, you get a free drink. So yeah, but in general, if I were to go and spoil myself, I'd probably get, you know, I always love cotton candy. Kettle corn's always good, you know, especially on the cold weather days. But to me, a game isn't complete if I don't pack some beef jerky. Beef jerky in a game, especially when it gets cold, is nothing better. Anything else?
Oh, that's cool. Well, I love your show. Keep it up. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, 425. I appreciate the call, man. Go Hawks. All right. Nice call from the 425. Let's see, who else has been waiting? Somebody's been waiting a long, long time from the 615. Let's talk to them. What's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, who's this? And where are you calling from?
This is Sam from Tennessee.
Sam from Tennessee. I was just over there for the Tennessee Titans game. What's up? What's on your mind?
Yeah, man, I wanted to go to that game, but I went to the Titans Colts game. That was a good game.
Yeah.
So what's on my mind right now? So I've been listening and stuff, and everyone's asking about the Dwayne Brown trade, and I know you've already gave your opinion on that. So I wanted to, like, what are you thinking about? Do you think Jimmy Graham wants to stay early, or do you think he's unhappy since the Max Unger trade a couple years back?
Boy, you know, if you're trying to have me psychoanalyze a player who and none of us really know what's on his mind, right? I've heard people analyze, yeah, when I look at his body language, he just doesn't look like he's unmotivated, a guy who doesn't want to be here, but really, who knows, right? I mean, it'd be like someone watching you walk from school to your house, and you know the way he's walking, he looks like he's not happy with his life. I mean, like, who really knows what's going on inside somebody's head? All I know is when I watch it and when I see him celebrating after he gets a big score, the way he celebrates with his teammates, the chemistry and the bond, watching him and Russell just jawing it out after they got that score. I mean, it just feels like there's a bond in there that doesn't look like a guy who's can't wait to get out of there. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I mean, I'd like to hope he'd want to be here and would make it try to work so that he's not just going to charge the highest price tag and donate his services to the highest bidder. You know what I mean? So I'd like to think that he wants to be here and wants to contribute. And when his contract is up, I'd love to see him stick around because, you know, yeah, it hasn't maybe worked out as the way it worked out with the Saints, but he's still a good player. And look what he's done the last few games. And this was like last year. It was a little slow getting going, like everything else for us. But now that he's clicking, 2 touchdowns, he had one last week. I just think this is a trend that will continue. It's just we've seen it in the past. So I think I'd like to see him stay. And like I said, I think if we go all the way, man, we get in the playoffs and we have a run, who wouldn't want to be part of that? You know what I mean? So I think every player wants to be part of a winner. And if he's contributing to that, I'd like to think he'd want to try to make it work. But, who knows? We'll know at the end of the year. But at this point, I think he's here to stay for the rest of this season. And then we'll just see what happens when it comes to renegotiation time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, we need him.
Yeah. Like what is that? I like the way it's going, though. 2 touchdowns. No one's going to complain about that.
Yeah, and I started watching you when I saw the Seahawks prediction video. I thought that was just great. That was amazing. Thank
you. You're talking about my this year's 2017 prediction video?
Yes.
Okay. You've been watching me since this year or from before?
I watched all of them just after seeing the 2017 one. I watched all of them.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. Glad to know where you got the inspiration to start watching me. But I appreciate you sticking around and for calling in today, man. It's good to hear from you from all the way in Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. All right. Go Hawks.
Yeah, go Hawks.
Oops. All right. Let's see who else we got. All right. From the 801, patiently waiting. Let's talk to someone from the 801. Hey, what's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this? Hello? Anybody there? All right. Let's try 619. What's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this? Hello? All right, nobody there either. All right, let's try this one. How about from the 818? What's up? You're on with NorbCam. Who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
Who's this and where are you calling from?
This is Orlando from California.
Orlando from California. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, I was wondering, since we traded Jeremy Lane, what's the situation with Deshaun Sheed?
Deshaun Shed, he's getting close. I think he'll be back this season. I think we're probably, I don't know, I want to say maybe within a couple weeks away, maybe possibly this month. But I heard he was getting really close with his recovery. So, again, another reason why I think it wasn't a hard decision to let go of Lane, because we got so many talented corners on this secondary.
Really do.
And, it's one place we're rich in. So, we could afford to let somebody like Lane go. And, again, that trade, Dwayne Brown, man, is I'm just so excited to see what that guy can do. It's just been, when's the last time we had an all-pro or a Pro Bowler, on our left side of the line? It's been a while. What
do you think he's going to do?
How do I think he's going to do? I think he's going to do great. If he lives up to what he's done to now, the guy is solid. You're not a Pro Bowler for no reason, and doesn't commit a lot of penalties. It's everything we haven't had work for us. We have too many penalties and not enough efficiency. And I think someone like this is going to just, I'm optimistic he's going to buy Russell a couple extra seconds. He's going to open up some holes on the left-hand side. And all of a sudden, I think that makes the rest of our line better. When you got one piece improved, I think the other pieces start to kind of fall in place. It's like a domino effect, because if one person can't do his job, the other people's jobs become more difficult. So, one person does theirs, everyone else's jobs start to improve. So I think there'll be a chain reaction that's going to make the overall line start to just play better. And I expect to see some rushing yards next week. You still there?
Yep.
All right. Anything else on your mind?
All right, well, no, just...
Hello? All right, well, I'm going to get to some other callers. I appreciate you calling in. Go Hawks, man.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to, from 662 area code. You're on with NorbCam. We are not. Yeah, you're on. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Max from Pennsylvania.
Max from all the way in Pennsylvania. You a Seahawks fan?
Seahawks fan.
All right. What's on your mind?
Yes, we fixed the problem with the offensive line, and Russell Wilson's safe. But what's our running game? What's going to happen there? Because clearly our running backs are mediocre at best.
Well, sometimes you gotta, it's almost like when it comes to the running game, it's like the chicken and the egg complex. Is it the line that's making our running backs look bad, or is our running backs just bad?
Yeah.
And look at Alex Collins. He was our running back from last year. We let him go. We just let him go. Now he's on the Ravens, just looking like beast mode over there. So maybe there's something to do with the line he was running behind, But again, not to keep, ringing that same bell, but Dwayne Brown with his get out of here, fruit fly. I think the addition of Dwayne Brown's going to be, it's only going to improve things. And I'm not saying it's going to suddenly turn our line into the Dallas Cowboys line, but I think it's going to create some improvement. We just need a little improvement. We don't need a whole revamped running game. We just need a little bit more to complement our what's clearly a very powerful passing offense, and then all of a sudden we can do whatever we want. If we can get a little bit, that's the only thing we're missing, a little bit of running game, and we'll be in good shape.
Definitely, because right now Russell Wilson is pretty much our leading pass rushing leader, which is surprising as a quarterback. Well,
I wouldn't say it's surprising, because in years other than last year when he was injured, he's always been a big part of the running game. And that's what makes him so versatile and so powerful in our system. And so I just think Russell is trying to, unlike earlier years when he would run a heck of a lot more, one, he's trying to preserve his health so he can be around for a long time. So you don't really want him running too much, because look what happened to RG3 and these other running quarterbacks who don't know how to get down. Yeah. So you want him keeping himself protected. So that's actually a good thing that he's not running too much. But he runs when it's necessary, and when the team needs to put him, when he needs to put the team on his back, he picks him up and runs with it and throws with it. And so again, I think if the line continues to improve, and if it does with Dwayne Brown there, I just think that means more time for Russell, more time for our receivers to get open, bigger, more explosive pass plays down the line. So that's the kind of thing, is that if you don't have time, you can't let the routes develop. And if you can't let the routes develop, you can't have long passes. Yesterday, the line actually did pretty well, because Wilson threw a lot of long balls yesterday, and they protected pretty well. Again, the Texans were a little shorthanded, missing some of their key, defensive players, but everybody's got injuries. But I'm just saying that our offensive line has been improving, at least from a pass protection standpoint, and now it's only going to get better with Dwayne Brown in there.
Mm-hmm. I agree, totally.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you for creating these videos.
You bet. I appreciate you coming in and being part of the show. So we'll talk again soon, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Go Hawks.
Oh.
All right, let's go to someone from the set. Actually, 662 has been waiting a long time. What's up? This is NorbCam. Who am I talking to?
I'm talking to Josh from Oxford, Mississippi.
Josh from Mississippi. All right, you're a Seahawks fan?
Yes, sir. I've been a Seahawks fan for since my dad went to college there to Washington. He's been a really big Seahawks fan since he came from Washington.
Oh, okay. All right. Was that is that your baby brother or sister in the background, or what?
Can you repeat that again, please?
Oh, you gotta love it. Hey, anyway, all right. I know you got some noise back there, but hey, what's on your mind, man?
Oh, well, what I wanted to say was, I saw the Seahawks versus Texans game yesterday. That game was really wild, don't you think?
Oh, I mean, having been in there yesterday, I can attest to it. It was very loud, and it not only was it loud, but it was, I can feel the stadium shaking, especially after Jimmy Graham scored the final touchdown to put us in the lead for good. But even that final drive when the Texans had 20-something seconds left to try to come back, the place was rocking. And like I said, it felt like a playoff atmosphere. It felt like one of those NFC Championship games where everything was on the line. Even though this is just a mid-season, regular season game, it felt like a playoff game, and the energy was crazy electric, and it was 69,000 plus in there going crazy. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and my voice is pretty raspy from all the screaming. But if you watched my reaction video, you can see how crazy, how intense it got. But anybody watching that game knew it was just such an emotional roller coaster. It was swinging this way and that way and back and forth, and it was awesome. It's what makes football best sport ever. So yeah, it was great. It was a great time.
Yeah, I was excited after Jimmy Graham got that winning touchdown. But one question I wanted to ask you also: do you think Deshaun Watson could be a really good quarterback in the future after what he showed against Seattle? And it was at home, and I'm really surprised because I heard that the record at Seattle was 8-1 with the rookie quarterbacks, but he could have. It was a really close game, and Richard Sherman said he could be one of the top 5 quarterbacks, and Russell Wilson said that he played really well. Do you really think that Deshaun Watson could become a really top quarterback in the future?
Oh, I think so. Definitely. I think we're looking at a quarterback of the future that, like I said before, I think Tom Brady, once he decides to pack it up, I think this could be the next guy who kind of takes his place once he gets a couple years under his belt, if he can keep going the way he's going. So, yeah, for sure. I think he's the real deal, man. I haven't seen a guy like him in a while. Hold on a second. This is live TV, and I got to get my daughter. Hold on.
I saw that many people said that Seattle's defense was feeling how it really was to play against Russell Wilson, because Deshaun Watson was another Russell Wilson.
He's very much as I said before, I think he's kind of like a hybrid of Russell Wilson and Michael Vick is kind of like what I see. He's taller than him. He's a little faster, I think, than him, but he's got his poise and calm. Russell Wilson is so calm. It's just watching that game, how he never panicked, and the whole time, even when things are we're all going nuts and elation and complete devastation, Russell Wilson's face never changes. He's just okay, next, here's what we got to do now. And
another question before I leave you. I saw that right now, currently, Russell Wilson is the leading passer for the Week 8, and it's really weird seeing that actually their pass game has improved since the running game has declined. But do you think with that new left tackle from Houston, do you think the running game can get back on track? And if the offensive line can improve and make the running back come back?
Oh, I think definitely. I've been saying that. I've been praising Dwayne Brown's, saying his praises since I heard about this trade, and I think that Russell Wilson is throwing for all these yards, but they really don't want to do that. That's really not how they want to build this team. They really want to run first, and it hasn't been working, so they've just had to do what has worked. That's Russell, taking the game himself. But I think if he can open up some holes and do what he's been doing, what his track record has shown, I would like to think that we are going to get our running game back and at least get more balance. We don't have to be 50-50. I would be fine with a 30-70, 40-60 run pass. But, the reality is when you get to the playoffs, you've got to have some kind of running game. We could not do this. It's just too one-dimensional. And you do what happened to the Texans is you throw the ball too many times, you're going to get turnovers. So you got to be able to run the ball to grind out the clock, control possession, time of possession. So we got to have a running game for those very reasons. And right now we don't got none. So I like to think that when Dwayne Brown gets in here, it's going to make some market improvements. Not going to be a night and day necessarily, but it's going to improve. And I like to think by committee we'll get 100 yards. Not by one running back, but by committee, we'll get 100 yards rushing next week. which would be nice considering we had like -2 in the fourth quarter yesterday. So yeah, we'll see, but it's going to be a fun game.
For taking the time off to talk to me. It's actually really cool talking to you right now.
This is cool too, man. This is only my second time doing it. My first time was a complete, mess because I was doing it with one phone and caller waiting. But I got this little system now, so it's actually working pretty darn good. So I appreciate being able to talk to you guys too. It's fun. So
well, thank you. Go Hawks.
Yeah, go Hawks. Appreciate it, man. All right, gotta hit the 1 hour mark now, so I'm going to have to wrap things up pretty soon, and I'm sorry I couldn't get to all you guys. I see there's at least like 10 more callers standing by, but let me try to get to the ones that have been here the longest. So from the 952, what's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this?
Hello?
Yes, who's this?
Yo, it's Brandon.
Brandon, where are you calling from?
Minnesota.
Brandon from Minnesota. You a Seahawks fan?
Yeah.
All right, what's on your mind, bro?
Yo, so you know when we played the Cowboys?
Yep.
Like week 14?
Mm-hmm.
You think we can stop Zeke? Our defense?
Well, yes. We're generally pretty good against the run. We had a few things yesterday, but that was a lot of it was the running quarterback. Our rush defense has been very solid this year. But the challenge is going to be Dak Prescott's a good quarterback, and he's not up to me the wow factor that Deshaun Watson is, but he's good too, and he's composed. He can run, and that's going to offer a challenge again. So we're going to definitely have to be playing at our best in order to beat the Cowboys. I mean, the teams I look ahead for that are going to be the obviously highlighted as the problem teams is the Cowboys, the Falcons, the Eagles. Those three come in mind as those are the top ones that we're going to be battling against, trying to make the stretch down to playoff time. But the whole.
I had another question about the Eagles and the Falcons. So the Falcons have been struggling, which I don't think they can beat us. Plus, the game's at home. But I had a question about the Eagles. Do you think we can stop them and get the #1 seed in the NFC?
No, that's going to be a hell of a game. December 3rd, Sunday Night Football, prime time. I mean, I hope that I actually kind of think it would be cool. As much as I want every NFC team to lose, other than Seahawks from week to week, it would be fun to see that game come down to this head-to-head matchup to battle for NFC supremacy, in front of the nation on Sunday Night Football. So I kind of want that. Plus, I'm doing a collab video coming up here with Philadelphia, and so just the hype for this game is going to be crazy. So I think no matter what, it's going to be an important one. But Eagles are good.
I think we can stop Philadelphia's defense because they haven't had a good defense. I don't think, because they don't got big names on the defense. I mean, they got Fletcher Cox, but I feel like we can stop them easy. Yeah,
well, their offense is clearly, what has improved the most from last season. They got weapons.
They got some good wide receivers.
They put some weapons around Wentz, and Wentz is showing that right now, he's definitely a gutsy guy who can make the throws, and he can run when he needs to run. But he's no Deshaun Watson, so he's more of your typical pocket passer with good scrambling instincts. And so I think we're going to have to just play discipline. But I think yesterday was such an anomaly, I think, because of the way that they ran their offense and with that guy at the helm. So to me, I think we just...
but I think our offense did good against Houston. I mean, we've only been scoring like 10, 20 points a game, and we really did good.
Oh, it was great to see us flip the script to see the offense picking up the defense, because it's nice to see that we're capable of a shootout, because for a while it seemed like we couldn't score at all. We hadn't scored a touchdown in the first quarter till yesterday, and then we put up 2 touchdowns. So it was nice to see us just explode. And now, again, all we need to do is add some run game to that and couple that with that passing offense. I'm telling you, man, it's we can really control our destiny if we can have a run game.
The NFC too, if we can beat Atlanta, Philadelphia, the Rams again, we got the NFC locked up. If we can beat those 4 teams, plus the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are the strongest team right now. They're the one team that hasn't really had a dip in their performance. The Falcons have struggled for sure. The Cowboys have had some lulls in there. Heck, we've had some lulls in there. But the Eagles have been pretty solid straight through. So they're definitely the team that we got to take down. If no one else takes them down, we better take them down when we face them on the 3rd. So it's going to be a fun watch.
The team that could take them down, besides us, is probably the Rams. I mean, they got the strongest run game in the NFL.
Yeah, except when they played us. That's why I have confidence that we can stop Elliott and the Cowboys.
Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff, he's still got a lot to improve, but he's done really good this season. I got to give the Rams credit. They're going to put up a hell of a fight for the division.
Oh yeah, no, Goff has definitely improved. He looked like trash last year, and I think what the coaches have done.
I was watching that game against the 49ers. Oh my God, he threw like 3 picks that game.
Right.
Yeah, he's really improved. But thanks for answering my question, man.
Hey, my pleasure, man. Thanks for calling in, and we'll do this again sometime.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe I'll talk to you soon. Maybe.
Okay, you said where were you calling from again?
Minnesota,
that's right. All right, well, heck, I think it would be great if we end up playing in February in Minnesota. That would be good things for this organization. So hopefully we end up there sometime this year, because that means good things are really happening. Super Bowl in Minnesota, baby.
Minnesota.
What's that? All right, well, I'm going to go. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Yeah, okay, bye.
All right, a couple more callers here. I'm going to try to take the ones that have been here the longest here. Let's try the 971. What's up? This is Norb. Who's this?
Yeah, it's me again from St. Morgan, Juan.
Oh, you called last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, go ahead. I want to tell you about yesterday's game. The thing that was annoying me the most is why was it so hard for the Seahawks to score a touchdown from like 1 or 2 yards, and it was so easy for them to score from like 40 to 50 yards?
Well, okay, so first of all, that drove me crazy too. I was so upset that we couldn't get at least one touchdown out of those 2 red zone opportunities, because we struggled against the Giants in those red zone opportunities. We struggled. What other game it was? We had another one where we couldn't score from the red zone, and again twice yesterday. We shouldn't even been that close if we just got one. And that one play to Thomas Rawls, all Russell had to do is throw it nicely in his hands, and he just waltzes in there, and we got a touchdown instead of a field goal. But it wasn't meant to be. I mean, in general, it's harder to score. It's hard to score in the red zone, technically, because you've got this short field, right? So you can't fool the secondary. They got this defender known as the end line, and so everything is compressed. It's a tougher game, but that's where your line really has to come into play, because if you can run, and let's say Dwayne Brown's in there, he can push that defensive end or that tackle off the line there. You give it to Rawls or Lacey, and that guy's going to seal that guy off. You got a touchdown every time. And that's the problem, is we don't have that power right now. But maybe now we do with Brown in there. So I'd like to think that will change our red zone situation, because now suddenly we'll have the ability to get that push that we've been missing and have less of this. I don't know how many times we've seen penetration 5 yards in the backfield, now running backs going down before they even have a chance to take 2 steps.
I was always hoping for Ross to be that one guy. See that running game for us.
Yeah, so I mean, that's I don't think our running backs are that bad. I like Rawls. I wish Rawls would actually get more touches, just to let him get in more of a rhythm. But again, maybe this shakeup with the change in the offensive line might be just the thing they needed to just give them a little spark. So I'm excited to see this new line come Sunday, man. That this is going to be some good stuff, and the red zone especially. You know what I mean? It's been a while since we've had somebody like that who can really just pound somebody and drive them back, and that's what you need, man. You do that, and it'll be like back when we had Walter Jones and Sean Alexander was running behind him. It's like you knew that when Sean Alexander back in the 2000s, when he behind that line, once we were inside the 10-yard line, nobody could stop Sean Alexander. You could even tell him we're running off tackle to the left, and there's nothing they could do about it. I want that back. Right now, it's like, oh my God, we're at the 1-yard line, we're screwed, is what it feels like. So I'd like to go back to that feeling.
I know a lot of people throwing Marshawn Lynch back, but
well, Marshawn Lynch's time is definitely past, even with the Raiders. He retired for a reason, and I think this is definitely his last go-round. But anyway, yeah, anything else on your mind, man?
Well, just a quick mention that I went to the 49ers game, and parking over there, I paid $50 for parking.
That's right.
I know that, because I'm from Oregon. I thought it was going to be like $7. That's how much it is here.
Well, welcome to Seattle on a game night. I mean, typically it's not that expensive, but they jack up all the prices. It was that way yesterday. You could park at Safeco Field parking lot for $50, and the farther away you go. So there's alternate routes. if you ever come to another game, hit me up and I can give you some suggestions. But yeah, if you drive into CenturyLink, you're going to be paying out the nose. That's just how it is. And if it's playoffs,
I'm not going to be able to go till next year.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, if any one of you guys ever come to a playoff game, be prepared to pay 75 to 100. I mean, that's what it would be on a divisional or a championship game. So hopefully we have that problem because that means we're.
I might just take the train next time.
That's what I do. I take the light rail. That's the way to go. So, all right, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
All right, go Hawks. All right, what are we at? 110 in this program. We're just breaking the record here. Let's go one more here. 732. This is NorbCam. Who's this?
Hey, Norb. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Who's this?
Thomas from New Jersey.
Thomas from Jersey. All right, man. What's on your mind?
How do you feel about the earlier today, Pete Carroll did an update on 710 Seattle about he said that Earl Thomas pulled something. How do you feel about that?
Having
major,
I have not had a chance to read up on what the latest update on Earl Thomas's hamstring. He looked like he pulled up lame on his right hamstring on that bubble screen that went for a touchdown, 70-something yards or whatever it was. I don't know if it's torn, if it's pulled. I think he was getting an MRI today, and I don't know if they've had that update yet. But having torn my hamstring not too long ago, just about a month ago, I understand how painful that is. So I am hoping it's not torn. I hope it's just pulled, because if it is pulled, he could probably be back, relatively quick. But if it's torn, it could be a while. So, just kind of depends on the situation. Oh, my girl's home. I'm on live on YouTube. Say hi. This is my baby girl, Vanessa. Anyway, so I don't know the update. We'll probably know by tomorrow for sure exactly how badly the injury is, but, I'm hoping it's not too severe, because we need that guy. Earl Thomas is the anchor to that.
One of our key guys. One more question. How do you feel about, I know this people have been asking a lot, but do you feel our run game will get better with the pickup with Dwayne Brown?
Oh, for sure. I've been saying that all night. I think it's got to improve. How can it not? You're taking a subpar piece, and you're replacing it with a very good piece. Something is going to improve there, and I think it's not just that one position, but you get one guy in the line playing better and makes everybody else better too, from the experience to the gel. Because, offensive line is a unit. It's not just a bunch of separate parts. It's 5 parts working together. And, I think when you have somebody like that in there, it makes the whole system go smoother. So I'm expecting some good things, especially in the run game. I said earlier, I think we could hit 100 yards cumulative rushing. I'd be disappointed if we didn't get 100 cumulative yards next Sunday, or this Sunday.
Well, also with that pickup, do you think the pass block will be better as well?
It's got to be. It's already been improving. Wilson had a lot of time to make those long throws this yesterday, and if it only gets better, that just means more time for the routes to open up and more time for Wilson to survey the field. And he's just been running for his life less and less than it was in the start of the season. So it's trending the right way. And now with that piece added in there, that's a major boost. So it's going the way. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what it looks like on Sunday. I think it's going to be. I won't say a huge difference, but it's going to be a difference, and I think we'll feel it. We'll feel it from one play to the next. A push that we haven't seen. Can't wait.
Kind of second guessing it because he's good and all, but he's old. So you got to put that in perspective too.
He's older, but linemen can play for a longer time. We're not talking about running backs and receivers here. Running backs and receivers and DBs, those are the guys that you hit 30 and you have to worry about a drop off. These guys on the line, they can play a little bit longer, and in fact, some of these guys get better with age because their technique is improved. They learn how to play smarter, and it's not about how athletic they are, but they actually get smarter in how they can play. Like Dwight Freeney, who we picked up. That dude's 37 years old, and the guy was playing in the Super Bowl last year. So that's an example of how a guy the experience actually works to their advantage, as opposed to the other positions, which are more like speed and agility. And you lose that, and it doesn't work. But offensive lineman is a different, it's a different story. So I'm not too worried about the age thing. I think he's all right. It's still in that window where he can be very productive. Knock on wood that he stays healthy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Well, thanks for calling, man.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, go Hawks.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take one more because I've got to wrap things up. I wish I could have got to everybody, but I'll take the next one here from the 203. What's up? This is NorbCam. Who is this?
Hey Norb, this is Jonathan from Connecticut calling you.
Jonathan from Connecticut. All right, man. Welcome to the show. Are you a Seahawks fan?
I'm a Patriots fan, but I spent some time out at JBLM, the military base there, and became a Seahawks and Russell Wilson fan. So the Hawks are my West Coast team, and I've got my whole family hooked on NorbCam.
Oh, nice. Thank you, man.
We've got our own version in New England. A young guy in his 30s named Tyler Sullivan, and he's really good with Facebook Live. But I think you got him beat. He has a couple things you don't have. He works with 24/7 Sports, so he does have a media pass, and that's what was one of my questions. Do you wish you had better access to the players? Just looking at your prediction videos, it seems like the players know you pretty well. Somehow they all know Norb. So it doesn't seem to hamper you that you don't have.
Yeah, no, I wish I had 24/7 type access like your friend. What's his name again?
Yeah, Tyler Sullivan.
Tyler Sullivan. So he's a Patriots YouTuber.
But yeah, he's with Patriots. I don't know if he's with the Patriots organization, but it's 24/7 Sports, and they cover the Patriots.
I'm gonna have to have a talk about that.
He does a great job. He doesn't get all decked out the way you do. But yesterday, I just knew you had to be broadcasting, so I had to catch it, and I wasn't disappointed. Yeah, and you know what your video reminded me of was your roller coaster video from the Puyallup Fair.
You watched that too, huh?
Because yesterday was just like a riding on it. You were pessimistic, then you were optimistic, and you were saying, I can't stay anymore. I have to be somewhere. I can't stay, but I can't go.
Well, and I have to explain. Someone was saying, hey, what do you mean, Norb, you're going to leave early? What kind of fan are you? I was like, I told people from the beginning, my daughter's had a volleyball tryout at 5, and so I already said I need to leave early because I don't want to miss this, and so I had already made plans. I was going to leave out halfway through the fourth quarter, so it wasn't like I was going to leave because I thought they're going to lose. I mean, come on, I never do that. I never leave the game. That was the exception, though. I was like, oh man, it had to be at this time. But then when the game went the way it was, I was like, I can't leave. I can't leave now. This would be terrible. And it turns out it was one of the best games I've ever seen. So I would have been just punching myself if I had left that game.
I knew you weren't leaving. I knew you weren't going anywhere. It was going.
Well, I got the okay because I was checking in with my wife and the family. So I'm going to be a little bit late, but I'll be there. It's just going to be later than planned. And as it was, it worked out. But that's fun. I'm glad you had a chance to watch those. It was an awesome game. It was just
enjoyed. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I agree with all your comments about Deshaun Watson. He's a quarterback of the future. I hope he goes up against our backup, who's a top class quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a mini Tom Brady. He's a pocket passer, and he's got an arm like Brady.
Yeah, but I heard he got traded to the 49ers today.
No, don't tell me that.
Dude, check your Twitter feed or check NFL.com. I found out on this broadcast right now. I didn't even know about it. Somebody said, yeah, what do you think about the Jimmy Garoppolo trade? I was like, what? And they said, yeah, I went to the 49ers. So you better check it out, my friend, because
I better check that out. Oh my God. I'm going to keep Tom healthy then.
Yeah, no kidding. But I told some people, I said, when Tom Brady goes, eventually, decides to hang it up, Deshaun Watson, man, that kid could be for real. Like the next elite quarterback. I think he's no flash in the pan. I think that guy's the real deal.
He's got real pocket awareness and great instincts. Yeah, he sure does.
And he can run. You know, I mean, it's all three. It's all three, and that's and he knows how to get down. He doesn't take stupid risks. That's one thing I noticed. He's like, he would go down very quickly, and you know, that was like the RG3 thing that did him in. He didn't know when to slide. He just thought he was like Mr. Indestructible, would take all these hits and knock himself out of games, which makes him useless. So this guy got down when he had to get down and didn't take any unnecessary hits. So he's smart. Watson is smart.
Yeah, that's right.
I admired watching him.
I appreciated you explaining why you couldn't show the game live due to contractual obligations.
Yeah, it was copyright. But, you know, even somebody commented, you know, people don't like it, but somebody commented that they were trying to watch this game on YouTube, and they said all these sites that had the game on kept getting shut down until they landed on mine, and then the person was able to watch the whole thing. Obviously not the game, but they got to watch it and stuck with the reaction thing. But I try to tell people that's how it is. NFL is looking for people who are trying to, you know, pirate their product, and I've learned the hard way that I can't do it because I almost got knocked off of YouTube for it. So that's kind of how it. Well,
congrats on the win yesterday. That was a hard fought one.
Well, thank you. I'm hoping. I would love to have a rematch with the Patriots. I'd love for it to be this year because I know Brady doesn't have any years left, and I want one more crack at it. I want redemption from 49. So
Gronk is healthy, so it's always exciting, and the two of them are always on the same page.
Yeah, no, they're a great team, and that's why I want to beat them. I want to beat the best. So I would love a rematch, and you know, and I want a Brady rematch, not just Patriots. I want the Brady Belichick, you know, version. So
all right.
So we'll see. We're both teams are starting to click here. So you know, that's what they do. So it'll be fun to see. Well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks a lot. I'm honored to be your last caller.
All right. Thanks, man.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, that is it. We've been going 81 minutes, and I think I need to wrap this up. I apologize to all you who I couldn't get to. Please, next time I do this, please call in, and I will try to get to you as quickly as I can. But this was fun. This was much better than the last time, and I think we got a nice little system here, don't you think? I thought that went pretty well. So if you guys do have a question, please feel free to put it in the comments, because if you're on the live chat does not carry over to when once the live chat is over, the chat goes away. So if you have a question or a comment, please put it in the comment section once this video gets published, and I'll try to answer any questions you have there. And please remember to love for you to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button over here, and I'll put my reaction video to the Texans game over here, and a couple other things you can watch up here. And don't forget, I got a new channel called the Parking Lot Movie Guys, with me and 80s Broncos fan. We review movies in the parking lot after going in to watch them. So it's a kind of a new thing that we're starting. So anyway, that's it. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for calling, for all you who called in, and I will catch you guys next time. All right. Talk Redskins next time. All right. Go Hawks.